Hi, and welcome to another episode of Commercial Property Roadshow. You're here with Helen Tarrant, and often I get asked, how do you secure an off-market deal? Well, let me share with you. The reason or why you want to secure an off-market deal is firstly that the return has to be good. It has to be better than market or sit slightly better than market, because right now a lot of vendors are out there canvassing for off-market deals, but they're actually getting a premium. The purchasers are paying a premium because they don't want to hit market in case, it gets a higher price. But in actual fact, you might be paying a premium. So the only reason you would get an off-market deal is that you're getting a better yield than market, or the quality of the building or the tenant is better than what you will get from if you were going to go to market, right? So say the building's really solid, or the tenant's been there for a long time and you have the opportunity to extend the lease, so there's some kind of upside. Or thirdly, that it is actually a colleague or a vendor or someone in the community that you know, that we have, say for example, a wide range of agents we know, as well as people in our community, as well as colleagues and friends, and everyone else in that community reaches out really wide, that are trying to avoid maybe paying a high agent's commission, and they know it's a good deal, and they just want to, or they don't want other people to know they're selling, and they just want to sell it off that way. Now, then, regardless of which one of these, to secure an off-market deal, one of the things you have to look for is do your due diligence, understand the market returns, and so that you know exactly what you're getting, and also then understand the metrics of how things work. So if it's an uplift deal, you want to know that what you're getting as net rent, what you're getting as gross rent, and what is the potential of this property. So if there's not this tenant, can you put another tenant in there? Can you split the two into one? So, and is it opportunities to uplift the property? So this is a property here I'm going to show you here in Toowoomba. It is an off-market deal. So we actually came to know the vendor through our community and what we know throughout our reaches, but the most important thing is that we were able to look at it and go, yes, tracking the history of when it was sold. We looked at who the tenant is at the moment. We reviewed the lease and made sure, with even the tenant having the first right of refusal, that he went through the right channels, make sure that it's absolutely right and legal. We tested the lease, and we even went and saw the property. And then we negotiated with the vendor a timeline looking at what they need, because it's always interesting when you're talking about, sometimes price point is not always the main issue. Sometimes it's the conditions, sometimes is when the property settles, or sometimes is that they just don't want anyone to know, right? So you really got to look at what really drives that deal. And in this case, it was that they needed to sell because of a certain personal reason, but also that their loan expires at a certain time. So we had to match up the deal to the loan terms, and to when they settle, it has to be back to back. So you really got to have someone who knows what they're doing, and that we found a buyer that was particular to the situation, that was able to fit the loan criteria for that particular deal. So sometimes off-market deals are not that easy to put together. Sometimes they are, but just when you secure off-market deal, always ask the question, why is the vendor selling? Have a look at if you're paying above market or on market or below market. Have a look at the right yield, have a look at the tenant, review the leases, and also go through and see how solid bones the business is, and what can you pull out of the upside in the back end of that, and really truly define what is that market value if you had to go to auction or something else for that property. So this is a quick snapshot, a quick inspection of what this property, which is an off-market deal, looks like. But if you're looking to secure an off-market deal, or if you want to talk about one, or if you want to look at putting one off-market to someone, reach out to me, helen@commercialpropertycashflow.com.au or helentarrant.com, and let's go and have a look at the inspection.
Okay. I'm going to enter the pet crematorium first.
Really?
Luckily, I didn't bring my pets along.
We're starting it pretty grim.
I was going to say, if you really think, if we practice a little bit of reductio ad absurdum, KFC could be a pet crematorium.
Nah.
I'm actually vegan, so don't say that.
I'm inside the tenancy. I'm working for Helen Tarrant, and Casey just mentioned that I will do a virtual inspection today.
Yeah,
and your name is?
Rosina.
So this is the reception area. Flooring is in a good condition.
Mm-hmm.
Just carpet tiles and carpet.
Yep.
And
don't forget to check the ceiling in case of water leaks.
the ceiling, let me just see. There's just the skirting is just a bit cracked there, but that's because they installed the camera.
That's right.
Do you have any water leaks?
Not that I know of. Have you seen any water leaks? No, I haven't seen any.
Looks pretty good, the ceiling.
Excellent.
This is the reception desk. This is the chapel. This is not a very good one for me. But the ceiling is good.
Yep.
And the carpet runs through.
Excellent.
Inside to the tiles, and there's a little vanity.
Wait, so that's like where they put the.
That is just for the ceremony, I think. Yeah.
That's for the pet, and then they have a ceremony.
Like an open casket sort of thing.
Yes.
I think
It's
so,
like-
yeah.
This is the most interesting permitted use I've seen on any lease.
You don't get that at KFC. You don't get that at KFC.
Yeah, this is a very interesting one.
We like to see
That
the
is a very
morgue.
sad
Like
one
to
for
see
me.
Sorry. We might have to get Rosalina to take your camera into the morgue area.
I am going in. Just say to say if I can go in there.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to see
Okay.
their equipment.
Yeah,
Not
this is
just 'cause I'm
the
curious.
this is just the behind the reception area. A little bit of a kitchenette and a storage place.
Oh, that's cool.
All tiled.
Yep.
Can you answer what fit out they've done? Because it looks like the walls were already originally there, but what other fit outs did they do? Did they do the cupboards and everything else?
Rosina, did we do these shelves?
We did the shelves on the.
We did the shelves, that cupboard was already there, and we put that shelf in here and here, that's it.
That shelf and
And
that shelf. And the
And
rest was
The rest was
yeah.
already in. Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
think it was
just the
working.
shelving.
Okay.
And that cupboard was in as well. And the cameras, is it your system?
Yeah, that's our system, the camera system, yeah.
The alarm system was here when we moved in.
So I can go behind the
Yeah,
curtains now?
That's fine, yeah.
This is just a little walkway. I don't know what is in here.
It's bigger than I thought.
This is just the toilet. Oh, no, this is a shower. And it is in a good condition. The tiles are good. The shower doors in good condition. The towel roll is good and sturdy. And the tiles are in good condition.
Looks good.
Just down the next door on the left. I think that's the examination or where they put the furry friends down. It's all tiled. It is just a portable
Okay.
aircon.
Air purifier or something.
Yeah, and the ceiling in a good condition. Go out into the next door is the toilets. They are putting in. There's a little bit of a crack.
Yep.
The door closer is not working. And this is the toilet. It's in a good condition.
Yep.
With safety rail. A little bit of a crack there.
They're only little cracks. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, that is very, very, very insignificant. And the tiles are in a good condition
Excellent.
and very clean. Going to the staff only the morgue area. This is polished
my God.
concrete.
Polished concrete. Yep.
Is that the crematorium bit? Wow.
Yes, this is the crematorium.
At least they've covered it in some cloud print so it looks a little less grim.
Yeah.
And this
So
is
it's
the
Doggy
I think this is the cold room.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Is this the question we asked? Do we open the door or not?
No, we
I
don't.
will ask
I
them.
really
No,
want
I don't think we need to.
You want it to open?
No, we don't want the door open.
Okay. No, I don't. I'm not only holding the camera if it is open.
No. That looks to be quite a high ceiling there, Marilyn.
It is.
That's huge.
That's,
And there are
that
some
looks to be-
skylights for live.
That looks to be double height, frankly.
Yeah. There's a
And-
mezzanine. I will go up the stairs shortly. Just want to finish here at the bottom.
Yep.
There's lots of different uses you can use for this because there'll be a good warehouse facility for people.
Yes.
The warehouse and showroom, absolutely.
And this is a little storeroom, I presume.
Yep.
So can we ask if they must have installed the cool room and the crematorium?
Yeah.
I think they'd just be sort of bolted down, Helen. I don't think they'd be a permanent fixture.
I'm going up the stairs to the mezzanine.
Yep. That's the fanciest staircase I've ever seen to a mezzanine.
Very sturdy.
Yep.
So, yeah. Really.
Now, is that a
anything on it?
concrete slab over the top of it? No, it's not. It's timber.
No. You can
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
All right.
And they're not using it for anything. It's weird.
But there's not really anything here. There's just a little bit of stool in there.
Yep. But let's just have a closer look at the roof. So let's do that. Yep. Is there any rust
There's a
on
little
those
bit of
beams?
watermarks on the wood. I don't know whether there's a leak from the skylight because it's just below the skylight.
Could be.
And this is
Or it
It's
could have been
just-
someone
yeah.
who's built something you can never tell. There's a few. All right.
I think they're getting replaced though anyway, aren't they? Those skylight bits.
and this is just a
I'm not sure that they are, but they actually add a lot of light and
Yes.
actually good for your tenant in the future.
yeah,
Yep. It's quite illuminating.
and that is quite good floodlights as well.
Stephen, I heard that one, even if
Thank
no
you.
one else wanted to laugh.
Thank you.
Oh, I missed it.
The goldfish.
You want to see anything else here on the mezzanine?
No, just have a look at those steel beams and make sure they're not rusty.
No, they are no rust on it.
All right,
Not what I can see. Let me just go behind this last one.
that's the key to all of this.
Oh, there's a little bit of, but I think that is just from the moist inside. It's nothing on the
I don't care about a tiny little bit of surface rust. You know, to replace a roof sheet's a couple of $100 if there's a leak. To replace a steel beam is a lot of thousands of dollars. So I'm
Yes.
worried about the structure, not the, you know. And it doesn't happen very often, but every now and again we look at a beam and go, ugh.
Mm.
I don't want to hear you say that ever.
There are 3 beams.
No.
That is the third one is just off the mezzanine.
No, that looks fine to me. Yeah, look, normally it's, as I say, it's extremely rare that it happens.
Yeah.
But when it does, then we just walk away.
Yeah,
So-
100%. Yeah.
But in this instance, no, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it's so big. I can't believe how big it is. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, I guess,
To give you a bit of a background to this place is really solidly built, and originally when it was there was a guy with an aquarium in here. Like they did both sides was used by one owner occupier as an aquarium, fish, whatever it was. And then so it was built as one thing, and so they had it across that. And then he was a bit of a hoarder as well, because the other side he used to collect all of the stuff to do with whatever the animal stuff is, plus additional stuff like fridges and additional lots of stuff that was stored in there. So then he ended up retiring, selling off his business or parts of his business, and then just gradually moving out, and the other tenants came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the history. It always had something to do with animals.
Yeah. Is there a financial benefit of subdividing it in the future? Will that increase rents either side or not?
Well, at the moment, it is already subdivided. It's got A and B. You've got 38 on one side and the other. So this is one side, and then you've got the other side.
It's registered as one title, though, isn't it?
There's one title. Yeah, you can strata it if you wanted to sell it in the future. But if you hold it as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in this tenancy you want to know?
Yeah. Sorry, Caitlin, my take on that particular one, and I haven't looked into it a great deal, but you know, the scale of that thing, would have so many uses.
Oh, for sure.
I think it'd possibly be better to keep it as one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, I trust you. You guys are the experts.
Do you need anything else I have to ask the tenants?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that we're pretty good. How many? Can you ask them how many sites they have, or is this one of their own first sites?
There are two. How many sites do you have?
We have 4.
4 sites.
Are they all around Toowoomba, or Toowoomba's this is your only site in Toowoomba?
This is our only site in Toowoomba. We have an Ipswich site, a Loganholme site, and a Clontarf site.
Oh, okay, great. All right, fabulous. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
No, I think we're okay.
I think they're quite.
I'm going out now and see whether we can go through the tenancy next door.
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah, let's do the
then I
outside.
can give her a call.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
this
good
is the 8 car parks.
Well, it probably looks identical, just messier on the other side, inside.
Yes. I can try and look through the window for you.
Yeah.
No,
No,
And this is the
it's a lot of value for that
pavement.
price point.
Yeah, for sure.
how much is this one?
735.
735.
I reckon that's. I like that property. I really do.
Well, you can't have it because I bought it.
Yeah. You won't be able to, you can't you won't be able to replace that same that like you wouldn't be able to get the same yield down in this market. Toowoomba's industrial has gone sub 6s now, or just hit like they've at best you get a 6, but their office space is at 6s now. So
Yeah.
I think this side of the road where this is all industrial, and just in opposite it is still houses.
Yeah. When they wanted to install the crematorium in, every single person on this street complained. You can see the complaints online. They're all like, my child has asthma. You know, it's terrible for air quality and stuff like that. So.
And this is the next door neighbor, not to flash. But the third one is in a better condition.
Yeah.
Just the 2 next to it. But this is also an opportunity.